everyone, this is Vivi and Marco. It's been a long time since we're back to YouTube. I know it's been almost like 8 months since we are MIA from social media, and that's the reason why I'm making this video. Marco is so distracting. Isn't he so cute? And he has a pajama on. So I'm making this video. I'm recording this video in order to make a debut back to YouTube and explain a little bit about my personal life, why I haven't been on social media. Michael is actually having a pajama on. He's so cute. He's wearing a Snoopy Doo pajama. So I'm making this video to make a debut back in YouTube, but this time it's going to be a whole different outlook. First of all, I just want to share with you the reason why I haven't been active on social media for a long time, probably about 8 months now, and it is because I'm going through a really big transition in my life, probably just as big as when I was 17, moving from Vietnam to the US the first time. But back then when I was a teenager, it was like very exciting, and I didn't feel like I have to take a lot of responsibility for my life. I was just excited for the change and a lot of exploration to do. Like, I was just curious about the world. But this time around, I feel more like I'm a grown-up now and that I have to take responsibility for my life. So there's also a lot of oppressive energy, which make me feel really heavy and anxious, and that's the reason why I stopped making video, because I just couldn't motivate myself. I felt like I needed to focus on myself to go through this transition, because it's such a big shift. And if you understand energy, if you understand astrology term, basically I'm going through a nodal return. Last summer, the north node moves into Aries and the south node moves into Libra, and that is exactly my nodal axis. So that was, at the time, I felt like, okay, I felt shut down. And because of the Saturn was like squaring my moon and my other planets as well, so I felt like I needed to shut down. I needed to go under the water, because I felt really heavy, and I felt a lot of pressure with the real estate as well, because at the time I was looking for a place. I was looking to find a place to settle down. So 17 years, when I was 17, 20 years ago, I was moving from Vietnam to US, and I was making US my home for 12 years. Now in this transition, I need to actively finding a place to call it home, to make a place to call it home. And I have decided that I'm gonna purchase a land in Nova Scotia, because it's somewhat more affordable here. Anywhere in Canada, this is probably the most affordable place, even though prices has gone way up and real estate has been really crazy. If it's just impossible in the West Coast, in Ontario, in Toronto, of course. So I think Nova Scotia is at least still very beautiful and at least still affordable. So that was my focus last summer on real estate, and it was a lot of work to not just to research, but I literally scouring the entire province trying to figure out where I want to settle, where I want to call home, basically. So I was going up and down Nova Scotia. At first, I felt drawn to Cheticamp. I found a place I was really interested in, but then it was really overpriced. I think the asking price was pretty high for the average in that area, and the listing was fairly new. I came visit that place in the summer, last summer. Then I was like, okay, there's nothing there for me. That was the only place I liked, but the asking price is so high. So I went to search some other places in Nova Scotia, and I tried to make a few offers, but nothing really worked. Now, fast forward 6 months later, I went back to Cheticamp because I felt like my heart kept drawing me back there because I love the landscape in that area. I think it's the paradise of Nova Scotia. It's so beautiful. And the first place that I really like, I saw an almond there in the summer, but I just kind of ignored it because I didn't really understand it. Looking back now, I think I kind of understand what that almond is and why that place ended up to be the one for me. Another reason that draw me back from purchasing that land was because I was kind of skeptical living in Cheticamp because the wind there is astronomical. It's crazy. It's the windiest place in Nova Scotia, if not in the entire Canada. So, and because it's a village, literally it's a very small town, it's hard to buy groceries there as well. And I was thinking I wouldn't be able to find local fresh food because you kind of need food on a daily basis. If you can go grocery, then you can probably live there. Then couple weeks before I go back to Cheticamp the second time, which is in the fall, I discovered that there's a small company in Caperin. They collect food from local farms in the entire Caperin, and they deliver in several different small towns in the on the island, and they do deliver it to Cheticamp. They just started to deliver in Cheticamp several weeks, 2 or 3 weeks before I go back to visit it the second times. So my main concern literally got taken care of. Now, let me share what's amazing about the almond that I got when I purchased this land, when I can visit. I saw a lot of butterfly when I came there. Like they literally congregated right in front of my van, in just exactly where I stopped, exactly where the end of the road. There was one butterfly that was dying, so a lot of other butterflies was like surrounding it. I think It was like a ceremony for the butterflies or something to assist this butterfly going through the dying process, I guess. And I thought that was a sad scene, like dying. I don't know if this was a good omen. I thought maybe that was not a good omen. But because I didn't quite understand it at the time, I just thought it's a very special scene, and I do really love that place. The view is phenomenal. It's so beautiful. It's right in front of the lake, and there's access to a swimming lake. It's a beautiful, pristine lake. The local go there for swimming in the summer, and surrounding the lake is the mountain. So not so many places in Nova Scotia that you get to see the mountain view, so it's very special. I fell in love with that place immediately, but I ignored it, of course, the first time because I thought the price was high. I saw the omen, I didn't understand it, so I ignored it, and because I thought it's a dying butterfly, I don't know if it's a good omen. But now looking back, I think I kind of understand what it means, because the dying butterfly meant that it was the reflection of me going through the death, which is the end of a cycle in my life. And as I was explaining in the beginning, I'm going through a big transitioning process, like literally just as big as when I was 17 moving from US to Canada. And I was moving out of the phase of being a teenager into an adulthood when I was in the US, because I have to learn how to take care of myself. And going to school was also really stressful as well. But now in this transition, more so I have growing out of this like adulthood into more responsibility of in terms of career and my home, finding a stability for myself, like having an anchor place within myself and rejecting it, like reflecting it out into the world. So it was this phase, like this dying phase, is asking me to step up into another level and grow out of my own identity into a new identity. And that's my understanding of that omen. Now that I understand everything about astrology, and I'm looking back to that scene, that was exactly what I was going through, but I didn't quite understand it at the time until I understand astrology. Until like 8 months later, I was like, oh, now I kind of understand what it means. And that lane turns out to be the lane for me. And when I went back the second time to Shadicam to check out that place, I was meeting with the realtor who showed me that place the first time, because she was showing me some other places as well, but like nothing really worked out in that area. And I was telling her that this is the only place that I'm interested in now. If this place is not working out, then that is it. Like, I'm done for the year. I'm not looking anymore. I was just kind of at the phase that like I'm tired of USA. I completely surrender myself. Like, I did a lot of work. Like, I completely, like, even though I was interested in Shadicam in the beginning, but I was like, I'm just gonna let myself like take my hand back and just let the universe do its thing. I know that I love Shadicam, but I'm gonna let it plays out. I'm not gonna get obsessed with it. I'm not gonna get upset with anything. Like, I completely surrender because I was at the place that I was just so exhausted with real estate. I was like, if nothing works out, nothing works out, and I'm done searching for this year, because it was also at the end of the fall as well, and I really needed to stop driving and start looking a place to range and settle in for the winter as well. So when I completely surrender myself, right, I asked, I think I kind of have like a conversation with the universe in my head. I was like, if this place is not it, then I don't think anything would work. Then I'm done. Like, I am done. And so I was telling the realtor that, ask the owner if they are willing to go down to my negotiating price, because I did my research. I know that their asking price is very high compared to other places in the area. And she was like, I don't think they would go down at all. But she was like, but I would just ask for you, because it was at the end of fall and nobody really go there to check out real estate anymore, so the market started to slow down now. So she asked, and surprisingly, they agreed to sell it to me. I was so shocked because they went down 1/3 of the price, which is shocking. It's really shocking to me. It was a lot. It was a lot for them to go down. Like I just put it out there. I was just like, I don't think they're gonna I don't think they're gonna accept it at all. And I could not believe that it did. And it's just a piece of vacant land, but it has a stunning view of the lake, and the surrounding of the mountain is just so gorgeous. And I like the fact that it's not right on the Cabot Trail, but it's a little bit off the Cabot Trail, maybe just half kilometer from the Cabot Trail. So it's still very tranquil, it's still very serene. It's not as busy as the Cabot Trail, which is exactly what I want, not to be on the highways, so it's not so much noise. I could not believe it. Like, I could not believe I got my dream place. Like, I was screaming out of shock. Like, I could not believe they would agree to go down the price to sell it to me. And it was that was the place where I saw the butterflies, I saw the omen, and I ignored it completely in the beginning. I went like berserk, like, and I went through a lot of pressure trying to find the right place for like the entire 6 months in Nova Scotia. And I went back. It was like going around and you're back in the beginning, but it was the best one of all the places that I have seen. And the best part is, this lane is located because it's off the Cabot Trail and is right under the foot of the mountain. So it's in the valley. It's a lot less windy than some other areas, which is more exposed and closer to the coast. The closer you are to the coastline, to the beach, the more windy it is. So this place do have a stunning view away from the busy places and less windy, but it's a little bit up the hill. It's just a little bit less windy, and it also has a lot of trees as well. So it has all the elements, everything that I want on my checklist, literally everything that I want. And I just could not believe that I purchased this for the price that I want, and it's literally everything that I have. So that was like my backstory, the reason why I was missing from social media, because my focus was so much more on establishing my own stability, because I feel like if I don't have stability in here, I couldn't really project it out to my work, to the world, and be the inspiration for everyone else. And until I get to accomplish that, I feel more confidence to sharing my story. I couldn't really document it or talking about it when I was going through that process, because I didn't know like how it would turn out. Like I didn't know the results until like I completely surrender myself, until like I was pushed against the wall, because I did try to make a lot of offers and I did so much research like on the piece of land I was trying to purchase, but nothing really worked out. So it was really like I felt devastated. Like sometimes like I was like, I really like this place and it just didn't work out. And like when you go through like several processes like that, it felt really frustrating. But I ended up going back to the first place that I love in the beginning, and it's exactly the location that I felt drawn to in the first place. And I completely surrender, and I stopped being obsessed with that place. I let it out. I just completely let it go. And I think that's the secret of manifestation, because you have to stop your control. You have to stop with your obsession, and when you let it go, it comes back to you. Because that was the first place I went to in the beginning when I first came back from Vietnam to Canada. That was the first place that I can visit. I was like, this is where I want to be. I went there. Nothing really worked out for me, and I felt really sad. And so I went to check out other places. And I was like, I'm just gonna let the universe decide for me. And this is my checklist. This is all the things that I want, and I asked the universe, I want to find a piece of land that's like all my checklist, and that place really has everything that I want. So it's quite amazing. Now I just need to kind of figure out how to clear the land and get it ready for the building process. So this year, and I guess the upcoming year, is going to be really busy for me with the planning and the building. So that led me to the second thing that I want to share with you about the new phase of this channel. Is I'm going through a different phase in my life right now, and I think this channel is going to reflect that as well, because it's all about this channel is all about the reflection of me going through the process of life, going through the process of growth. So it's not going to be so much more about van life now, but I want to talk more about lessons and knowledge and wisdom that I have learned along the way that assist me through this process of growth, because I think this is what I'm really passionate about. This is what I am devoting my life to. This is something that I think, like, whenever I meet someone new, especially, I know if that person is like spiritual and have somewhat interest into the spiritual world, like I just cannot wait to like let all of like talk and let everything, like all the knowledge and all the wisdom that I have learned, and share all of that, just let all of that out of me, because I have been consuming so much knowledge. So I really need to have a channel to let that out, and hopefully this knowledge and the lessons that I learned also helping someone else as well. So I feel like my mission and my purpose is not to inspire you to live the van life, but to assist people through their transformation and their process of growth in their life. That's the reason why I changed the name of this channel from Personal Growth Through Van Life to now Soul Growth. I feel that fits to the stage and the process that I'm going through. I think this channel is just going to evolve as I evolve, because it's a reflection of my life. So for those that more interested in van life, I apologize that I won't be able to produce these contents anymore. I'm still gonna be living in the van this summer though. So I may share a little bit of that, but the focus of my channel is not going to be about van life. It's not going to be so much about traveling anymore. So those that are interested in that, if you wish to go and unsubscribe, I totally understand. And I know it's going to upset a lot of people, but it's okay, because I have to stay authentic with myself. It's just going to be a lot of me talking through different topics, things that I'm interested in, things that I know that I'm passionate about through this process of growth. It's not going to be a lot of editing, and I find that I'm not so keen into editing videos. The more editing it is, the more I feel lack interest in doing video, because it's so time consuming, and I want to focus more on the message. It's about getting the message out there instead of making the best quality videos. So I want to share as much and as many messages as possible out there to help people learn and grow. And lastly, I want to say thank you to Marty Kong and Susan Wing for really continue to watch my video and encouraging me to come back to YouTube. So thank you to both of you for still messaging me and watching my videos, even though I stopped posting my videos for a long time. But now that I'm back, I hope that you guys still continue to watch my video and grow with me through this journey. So I really appreciate you both. So I think I ramble quite a lot, and I try to limit myself under 30 minutes. That's all I have to share with you guys today. And just to let you know that I'm making my way back to YouTube, and if you're still watching my videos, thank you so much. And yes, I'm going to be back, and it's going to be a different face, a new me. It's gonna be a new content. And next time, I think I will probably talk about fasting and keep you updated about my chronic high process and my healing journey so far. So until then, I wish you well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.